Hey friends, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Happy New Year! This is the first video I've recorded in 2023, and if you are part of my social media stuff, like my Facebook group, or you may have seen a community post where I was talking about how I've just been really sick and my family has just been really sick, and it's like, you go to the doctor and there's nothing they can do for you. They're like, well, just take this, just get over the counter that, just do this, just do that. You know, you don't have anything specific like that they can test you for. But it's like constant, and we keep just like sharing it with each other. And one of the things that we've been hanging on to with this illness is coughing. So our throat, my husband's throat, my son, my youngest son, knock on wood, he's doing fantastic. He's back in the dorms now, and he managed to not get sick, but his girlfriend did, my daughter-in-law did, my son did, my grandbabies did, I did, my husband did. So it's just, I don't know. Anyway, and I'm still battling. I spent the first day of the new year in bed. I couldn't hold anything down. I couldn't even hold a sip of water down. So I got a stomach bug. I'm pretty sure my son's girlfriend gave that to me. So kind of her share. But anyway, so we've just not been well, and I have not been able to record. And so this is the first video. Oh, my printer wanted to say hi. This is the first video I've made for 2023, so Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a much better start to your new year than I have. I have been playing around. I do have some things ready to start, like embellishing and maybe an insert or two, but not much, just because I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time focusing. I'm having a hard time concentrating. Yeah, anyway. So today we are going to do some embellishing and inserts. So the album that we're currently working on, this is the Magical Winter portrait mini album that we're making. We're using the Simply Magical portrait templates and the ornament background design, and the Simply Magical enhancement pack in the ornament background design. And we're using the Winter Ornament digital paper collection. I have a list. You guys cooking? I have a collections list that I'll have linked down below in the description box. I'll also have it pinned to the first comment, and it's a collection of everything that I'm using from my Etsy shop in this project, so that you can see specifically exactly what I'm using, down to which set of templates, what printable paper, which shades of color, you know, all of that. It's all in that list. So you can check it out real quick. It's a really quick, simple, fast way for you to check to see what I'm using. And then I've also got an Amazon list for this project where I add the stuff that I use as best I can. I can't add everything because not everything's available on Amazon, but I try to add it as best I can. And then there's also links below for magnet resources, tape resources, things like that. All of that's linked down below in the description box. There is also a playlist for this album, and it starts with the introduction to the set of templates, then it goes into making the workbook, and then the covers, and so on and so forth. So once you hit the covers video, we're doing a giveaway where if you leave a comment below all the videos in this playlist, minus the introduction video and the workbook video, you leave a comment and you're a subscriber to my channel, at the end of this project I'm going to give away two big paper collections from 2016. So make sure you do that. Did I already tell you that I'll link the playlist up here? I don't know if I said that. I'll link the playlist up here in the cards. And in the description box below, if you want to go, make sure that you've commented on all the videos. Okay. So today I also think we're going to do a little bit of creating, I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to show you how I did some things. I've showed you before, but I used a lot of the same techniques over and over and over again, but if you're new, you may not have seen me do it before, so I'll probably show you a demonstration on how to do some things as well today. So again, we are going to start with, we're going to mat these pages here and maybe do a couple inserts. So I've already got a lot of things prepped and printed, and there's also going to be timestamps. I'll have them in the pinned comment down below and in the description box. Sorry, I might have to drink. I'm still drinking coffee. I might have to have me a sip. So, first thing, page P7. So the mat for this page, so this is like the main base page for this album, and the mat for that is on page P25, and I traced it out onto some, this is the shades of color, this is number 27, so this is the original shades of color. It's not the shades of color 2, this is the original shades of color, and it's number 27, and I printed it onto 28-pound paper, and I traced the mat out onto it, and I inked all the edges. So we've got that. Pretty simple. And then page P12. Let me show you what I did here. This is kind of fun. Well, let me show you what P13, which is this part here. You know, this flap. So page P13, the mat for that is on page P31. And I just took some of that packing paper. I just kind of wanted a plain backdrop, so it's just some of that packing paper. And I traced this template out here, so we're going to mat the inside of the pocket with this. I kind of like the contrast. I don't know, we'll see. I may or may not like it, but I think I'm going to. So I might just tape it and not glue it, because that way I can remove it if I don't like it. So we'll see. But that's what I've done for now. I just used some packing paper. And then for this part, page P12, the mat for this part is P30. So this is what I've ended up with, but let me show you what I did. So these pages here, these are actually from the Winter Ornament paper collection. And what I did was, out of the PDF, I told it to print multiple. So I told it to print 2 to a page, because I wanted a smaller print of the trees. Excuse me, you guys, I am so sorry. So I printed 2 to a page, and so this is the size we came up with, or that came out, right? So I got this piece here to show you. So this was the other half, so this is this part here. So I traced the mat from here. So I just kind of laid it on there and put it where I wanted it, and I traced it out and I inked it up, right? So I kind of wanted to show you that you can get more bang for your buck. You can get a smaller image. So I used the 8.5 by 11 PDF, and again, printed it multiple pages, 2 to a page, and this is the size that I came up with. I guess I could have showed you the original size, if I can find it real quick. So here is the actual original page. So when you print 2 to a page, it shrinks it way down, which is super cool in my opinion. So yeah, so this is the original size, and then printing it 2 to a page, I shrunk it down to that size. You can also print the 12 by 12 page and unclick fit to page, and it's a smaller print. You can do that as well. But this, I just, I don't know did I even try that? I'm not sure. But I just liked the size for this page. Doing it that way. I feel like I'm discombobulated, you guys. Do I sound discombobulated? I'm sure I sound terrible. I apologize. So I'm going to set this aside. And this aside. And then I've got some inserts, but first I wanted to show you one other thing that I've got ready for that, I think. Yeah. So this is the Winter Ornament paper collection. This is what it looks like. This is what the Etsy listing photo looks like. And part of this collection is a set of, I've got so many printed out, you guys. Hang on, let me get it. A set of printable fussy cuts, which I have made myself an ephemera folder for. which I've already got a bunch in here, but these are all printed onto 28-pound paper, and I wanted it printed onto cardstock because I'm going to use it maybe as a tuck. So I printed this page onto cardstock, and this is on cardstock. This is 80-pound white cardstock. And then I fussy cut out with just a pair of scissors. I didn't use my scan and cut. And I used my scan and cut with these, and it worked great, by the way. It just worked great. I was just in a hurry. I wanted to try to see if this would look good. So here's the pieces that are on that page. And I fussy cut them all out just real roughly. And I'm going to use this little set of 3 trees here. And I've just inked the tree areas because I think I'm going to have this flush cut. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. But I wanted to show you that. So I'm going to stick these in here as well. These are the cardstock versions. So when you need something that's a little bit more stout, you can print it on cardstock. If you don't need it to be real stout, you can just print it onto regular paper. This is from the Basically Amazing scrap journal, where we made these type of things. So I have a whole, I'm pretty sure I have a playlist on how I made these. I will find it and link it up here. If not, there should be at least a video, I think. So what I want to do is I'm going to start by matting this first. So I'm literally just going to mat this like this. I'm just going to glue it down and leave it be for now. So I'm going to remove the, it's on my little pokey, the tape backing from there, and I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to go around the edges. So I had inked all the edges with Walnut Stain Distress Oxide. I'm just going to go around the edges a little bit there. I can't tell if this is on straight. Oh, I wrote 27 on there. Erase that. Just so I remembered what color it was. Okay, so that's simple as that. And then this piece, I was just going to slide it in here. And I think I'm just going to tape it down on the end here. Oh, but then there's that piece that's taped. That's okay, it'll come loose too. So I'm just going to use double-sided adhesive. Is there a straighter edge? I don't know. I'm just going to use 1/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to tape the top. Just in case I don't like it, because you can always come back and change it out. Or you could too, you could put something over top of it. You don't have to do this part. You can go ahead and put it down completely and then just put something over top of it if you don't like it. So I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to take the tape backing off of here and off of here. And then I'm going to slide this in here. Try to get it on here as best I can. It's not too bad. Alright, okay, so you can see there's going to be a contrast. But remember, there's going to be inserts in here, so you're not really going to see much of it at first glance, so it might be a good use of recycling material like that. Okay, and then this piece is going to go right here. Right? Doesn't that look really cool? Doesn't the trees look really great with this color? I think it looks really cool. All right, I am going to go ahead and glue this down. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not. Okay, don't glue it down yet. So my thought was I was going to layer this on top and just glue it at the bottom, and so it could be a tuck if I wanted to tuck something in there, but if not, it just looks like bunch of layered trees, do you know? So I was thinking about doing that, and I kind of like it. I just don't know exactly where I want to put it. So let me put some glue on the bottom here. And you can obviously see that I inked one side, but let me ink another here. Oops. Let me ink this back side just in case. Okay, so I'm going to put it down right there. All right. So now I need to cut this flush. I need to wipe my scissors off. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. Ink that up. So now I've got a place that I can put something there. I could tuck something in there if I wanted to. Alright, now I'm going to glue the whole thing down. The pages always seem to come alive when we mat, don't they? Look, I'm going to scooch in. Doesn't that look cool? So this flips down like this. Boop. I don't have anything, I don't think I have anything that's going to go back there yet. And now we've got a little area we could tuck some things, and we've got everything matted. So, let me scooch back. Oh, of course, my battery now needs to be changed. So I've already prepped some things for the insert. So let me change my battery, and then we're going to work on this insert, P13. So what I'm going to do is on the back side of this P13 insert, I am going to add a photo mat. I'm going to do a 4x6 photo mat. And I've already got them printed off. This is on 28-pound paper. These are the Photo Mats Essentials. I'm using both sets 1 and 2 in this album, and they are in that special collections list that I was talking about. And I'm going to erase this P13 because you'll be able to see through it. Okay. And I'm gonna stamp my what's it called? 4x6. I'm gonna be using my stamp set. Uh-oh, got something stuck. So I checked before I started recording. The stamp set is currently available. So if you guys missed out on it the first couple times it was available, it's available again. I'll have it linked down below. It is through May. Me and May. I created the stamp set and she helped make it a reality for me. And it is available and I have a link down below. It's affiliate link, just FYI. So if you go through that link, you know, I may earn a small commission. But anyway, it's back in stock. So I'm going to be using this and I'm going to stamp my 4x6 on here. And I'm just going to be using my walnut stain. I have gotten out my two square ink station because I've added tumbled glass for now because I wanted to use it for some special effect that I'm going to do. So this is part of my essentials a collection. So it's ink stations and garbage bowls and photo mats and stuff like that. I will find the videos, the video where I made this ink station and put it up here in the cards. Alright, so I'm just going to stamp 4x6. Oh, I love that. It's so satisfying. And I'm going to be putting it here. In fact, I'm just going to glue it down. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Just going to use my Fabri-Tac. Okay, so then this is number 18 out of my shades of color. And I just took and traced the matte for P13 on here and tore, actually no, I just lied. I took and traced this, the actual P13, and then tore a ragged edge here at the bottom. Maybe if I scoot in a little bit, you'll be able to see it. I tore like a little ragged edge. I haven't even inked it up. I should probably do that. And then I keep grabbing the wrong part of my ink pad. It's not as tight as the single ink pad one, and so I keep grabbing the wrong section. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm going to layer it, and this again is some of that packaging. So I'm going to stick this underneath it like this and just have it a little bit of a layered effect. Alright, actually I'm going to glue it. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down. And just lay this on top where I want it. Okay, and the other thing I want to do is I'm going to glue this down, except I'm only going to glue around the edges because that way I could use it as a little tuck if I needed to add an additional photo or two, or maybe a smaller photo in there. I could tuck it up into this little pocket that I've left. So I'm just going to match that right up there to that edge. Oh, that looks so good. I love that so far. Okay, so then I want to use some twine. I think I'm gonna wrap it around. I love doing that. I love wrapping twine around tops of tags and things. This is black and white baker's twine. I'm wondering how many I should do though. Let me cut that off so I can just see, have a look. This is thick baker's twine. I don't know how I ended up with such thick baker's twine, but it's okay. I'll make do. So I was thinking about maybe, I wonder if I tied it a little bit, if that would be cool. No, that's not working. I just had to tie a little knot. So I think I'm going to use a wax seal as well. So let me tie my little knot first. Let me move some things around. So I kind of want it to be like this. Okay, so I know what I'll do. I'm going to take a teeny little bit. Actually, I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to stick it under there, and that'll hold it, because these are some strong glue dots. I meant to order me some more. Come on. So, there we go. I hope I made the right decision there. Can you guys see? I'm sorry. So I'm going to do a wax seal right here. And I also want a label. So we are using the, let me move this out of the way. We're using the rectangle labels from my Etsy shop, and I want to use, I think I'm going to use a red one. So this is the medium size from the rectangle labels. There's 3 sizes. Let's see. Do I still have that black and white version in here? So there's the small, then there's the medium, and then there's the large. So we're using the medium size, and I'm using the pink one. Okay? I think. And I probably should have done that before I put the glue dot. What do you think? Daggone it. Oh, I could do it like this. Okay, I think I'll stick it like that, and then I'll do the wax seal. Let me just put a little bit of glue on the top here. I think this is on, these are on cardstock. This particular set of labels is on cardstock. You never know. Sometimes it could be on label paper, it could be on regular paper. Sometimes you never know. This way you have a place to put the date or what's going on in the pictures, or the event, or whatever. Okay, so let me grab my candle, and I'm going to use my favorite wax seal color. I'll have it linked in my Amazon list. And I've got my rose quartz coaster, but I don't need it right now because it's going right on top of here. And I'm just going to use an H for Harrison for my last name, and because I don't really have like a winter wax seal, so I have the whole alphabet, and I'm pretty sure we've used them many times before. I will link it. You can get the whole alphabet, and it's not too expensive. I'll find it and link it in the Amazon list, but I'm just going to use the H, and I'm going to use 3 of these wax seals. So I think I'm going to use this color, with this project, and I think I'm going to use like the champagne-y color with this project. We'll see. I'm not going to add that one yet until I actually use it. But I am going to use, I'm definitely going to use this one where I'm going to put it right here on the knot. And I probably should cut this tail just a little bit shorter. So I'm going to let that melt. Alright, I think I've got it melted. I hope. I'm going to let it cool down just a second. And I'm going to pour it right over top of that cross section here. And it's not going to be a perfect circle, so for those of you who like perfect circles, this is not for you. So I'm going to smoosh it down a little bit. I'm going to hold it there. Might even rock it. I don't know if I'll have to or not. Oops, it wasn't completely dry. Hey, look it. That doesn't look too bad. It's kind of neat. It's definitely different. But anyway, so that's what it's going to look like. And then on the back here, we could, I'm not going to do anything right now, but we can definitely do some stuff on the back. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. So I want to stick that in there and show you what it looks like. Oh, I think that looks so cute. Let me back you up. I love that. So there's a little bit of interest there. Oops, sorry. A little bit of interest there, but not too much. A place for a photo. You can put another photo here. You could tuck more photos up in there. You can do all kinds of stuff. So I've got one more insert planned for this area. So let's do that real quick, and then that'll be it for today's video. Okay, out of the enhancement pack. So this is what the enhancement pack, whoops, looks like. That's what the Etsy listing, well, sort of looks like. But out of the enhancement pack, the Simply Magical enhancement pack, I printed page E9 and E10. So E9 is a set of 3 envelopes, and the E10 is the inserts that go inside. And I printed them just on the 28-pound paper, white paper. And I'm going to use this big envelope. And then I've also trimmed out the inserts. So I think what I'll do is I'll show you how I got it to look like this. So I just tucked the what's it called? The flap. I just tucked it inside. But you see how there's a little bit of blue and coffee stained, and then here's the insert, the letter that goes inside. So it's blue, mostly blue on one side, and a coffee stained on the other, and it's all old and wrinkled, looking like it's been opened 5 million times. All right, so I'll show you how I came up, how I got that look with one of these smaller ones. But it's going to go in here. It's going to go in here in front like this. So eventually I'm going to have to make another insert, because you know I like to do things in 3s. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe it'll just be something simple like a tag. I was playing around with the color combination on a tag. Maybe it'll be something simple with just a tag in here, or maybe it'll be more elaborate. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, this is what I'm going with. And I was thinking about putting a paper clip, but I wanted it to be like something other than just a paper clip. I was thinking about using a clip like that, even though you really don't need it. And that way you can add things into it if you wanted to. You could clip a couple things together. That'd be kind of neat. So that is one of those Tim Holtz mini clips. I forget what they're I forget what they're called. Tiny clips. They're called tiny clips. Come on, come on. That's the packaging. It's just called Tiny Clips. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Tiny metal clasps used to hold small items in place. I think. I could be wrong. But I'll have them linked in my Amazon list all the same. So I just thought that was super cute. I thought that the layers were really cute. I think it just looks really good together. And of course, you know, this flips down. Boop. And I don't know. I just really like it. So let me show you how I got that look. Let me move those. So I will do this envelope here. So let me cut it out. Let me cut the smaller one away. Let me cut the smaller, these two things away. Put those aside. And I don't do any treatment on this until I've got it glued together because I don't want it to warp too bad. Okay, so I'm not even going to score these. I'm just going to fold them because it's just on paper, 28 pounds. You could use regular copy paper if you wanted to. You don't have to use 28 pound. Let me cut this even though I don't think it matters. Well, cut right on in there. Can't see. Can't get my head over to see. So I'm just going to hold it up. Now it's crooked. Perfect. And then this the same. I'm just gonna fold it at its edges. Fold it where it's got the marks, the score lines. All right, and then I am going to glue this. I've got my Fabri-Tac out, so I'm just going to use it. You could definitely just use white glue, art glitter glue, whatever your favorite glue is. Use whatever you want. Oops. Now I've made a glue mess. Where's my eraser? Normally I may not have cared so much about that. Uh-oh. I just put too much glue on, period. But I want to be able to, I want the paper to be able to take the ink. So you got to get that glue off of there. Okay. There we go. So I think first I'm going to, actually first I'm going to take, this is tumbled glass. Let me scoot in. This is the tumbled glass distress oxide. So I think I'm going to go in with this first. This is a hard surface, just FYI. And I am going to just kind of give it a little bit of tint of blue. Now we could have just printed the shades of color and be done with it and just inked it. You could do that too. So this actually looks just like the shades of color number 19. And of course you could do that and just ink it up and be done. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this little technique. I just think it adds a little bit of something, a little bit of authenticity to your projects. And then on this one, I'm going to go heavier on the inside because I feel like the paper itself is going to be blue, right? And then, so the inside of the letter, the paper is going to be bluer. On the outside, it's going to be lighter. If that makes any sense at all. Over time. So the inside of the letter will be protected by, you know, not from the light and stuff, by the envelope. Or by being folded, really. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take some coffee that I have in a spray bottle. I just filled it up yesterday. This is a Tim Holtz Distress Sprayer. But if you don't want to do the coffee, you can use your Distress ink. You can just ink it up and spray it with water, and it gives you kind of the same effect. Not as much as you would hope, but kind of. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to spray the envelope and do I have it locked? What have we got here? Did I break it? It's possible. Flip these over. Okay. So just a little bit, and then I'm going to dry it. Okay, got it mostly dry, and I kept flipping it over and like dipping it in whatever was left over on the table. You can see some coffee is still there. This one's still kind of wet, but now, and you can see it really looks kind of cool as it is, but now I'm going to take my Distress Oxide and I'm just going to go around the edges. And you could also, if you wanted to, you could darken the blue a little bit. You can add more blue if you wanted. Two things, but I'm not going to this time, just for the sake of time's sake. But right, so you could. I have in the larger one, I have it tucked in. I have this part just tucked in, but I'm gonna leave it for now. But anyway, so you can see how we got that effect. This one's got more blue on it. I went back and did a few layers of blue. So there's that part. And then for this, I'm going to fold it back. Fold it back. I'm going to do a quick little inking just around the edges and stuff. And then how I got this distressed looking was I just kind of took it and rolled the edges a little so that they weren't perfectly straight. I didn't really go through and like nick anything or tear anything. I just kind of wanted to make it look old. You know, like it's been opened and read or looked at. Oh, this one I just tore because it's still wet. You know, looked at quite a bit. So yeah, just as simple as that. And then you stick that in there. And now we got the insert. We got the little insert that goes inside the envelope. So yeah, just a really quick, simple little technique. One more thing I was thinking about, and I haven't decided yet, but I was looking over here on my workspace and I was looking at these. These we've used in many projects before, but these are like a clear, like gemstone, and I will link these down below. Crystal Clear Shaker Mix is what that's called. And we've used them on projects before, and I really like the way they look when they're glued down and they dry. They almost look like dewdrops or something. So I think it might be kind of cool to make it look like there might be some sort of sparkly ice or something on things. And then this is a set of rhinestones that I got. I got these off Amazon, I believe, and I will put these in the Amazon list. Because I think it'd be fun to add a little bit of these accents here and there on the pages. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Also, the little triangle trays. This is a freebie that you can get in my Etsy shop. I'm sorry. This is a freebie you can get in my Facebook group if you're a member of my Facebook group, but it's also available in my Etsy shop for a very small amount, like $1 something, $1.25 or something. I forget what it is. But so if you don't do Facebook, these are available in my Etsy shop as well. I'll add this to my collections list for this project so that you can check it out. But it comes in this size, and then there's a larger size. I'm pretty sure. Let me find it. It was right here. There's a larger size. This one actually just smushed it when I put something up earlier today. There's a larger tray like this. So it's super easy. You just print it out, put it together, and then you've got a little place to put all these in, and then you can dip in and out and put them where you want. But I was thinking these might be fun accents for these pages. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'll go ahead and add them in the appropriate areas down below. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Okay. All right, that is all I'm going to do for you guys today. Thank you so much for being patient with me. And again, I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's, and I hope everybody's healthy. And thank you so much for all of you who sent prayers, excuse me, who sent prayers my way and my family's way. I really, really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to leave me a comment below the video. Let me know what you think so that you're entered into the giveaway. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel. That is something, one of my goals this year is to increase my subscriber count. I'd like to hit some milestones. You know, I'd like to hit 60,000. I'd like to hit 70,000. I'd like to hit 75,000 this year. That would be so amazing. If you guys could help me out with that, I would love it. That would be so wonderful. But anyway, so make sure you leave a comment and that you're subscribed so that you can be entered into the giveaway. And yeah, thanks for joining me today, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.